What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This should be my last iPhone video. Finally got my camera situation situated, but I want to do a different video than I normally do, and I'm going to be comparing two jackets here. This is the Patagonia Nano Puff and the Patagonia Micro Puff. This is not typically the type of videos I do. I am not a jacket expert, but I thought it may help a few people out, as some of Patagonia's jackets can be very similar but a little bit confusing in how they're marketed and labeled. So I'll kind of go through a brief history of both, or a brief kind of few specs of both. And then I've had this for over a year and this one for about a month. So get you an idea of which one may be for you, may not be for you. So they're both very similar, and they're synthetic jackets, wind resistant, water resistant, DWR finishes on both of them. And they're both a fairly smaller jacket compared to their Macro Puff or some of the other down jackets out there, which can be a little large. So they are a little bit water resistant. Most synthetic jackets are. So the Nano Puff, this is the one without the hood, starts $200, goes up to $250. The Macro Puff starts at $250 without the hood. This one has the hood and goes up to $300. They do go on sale from time to time, depending on the season. But I'll kind of go through some of the pluses and minuses. The Nano Puff is a little bit heavier. I think the Micro Puff is a little bit warmer, but it's a little bit lighter. They're very similar in weight, but the Nano Puff does have a little bit more boxy design to it here that you can see. It's got a more square pattern to it. Very nice zippers. This one I think folds down into this inner pocket here, so it does fold down into a little pouch. And this one folds down to one of the actual side pockets here. They're very similar in size when they fold down. But the Nano Puff has a little bit more less puffy feeling to it. So it does have a little bit more squarish design to it. It does feel a little bit heavier on, very, very warm. I'm in Ohio. It does get pretty cold here, down to the teens at night at times. And I find this works very good for being an all-season jacket. My only complaint about it is I'm not a huge fan of the square design of it, and it doesn't feel quite as warm as the Micro Puff does. The pockets are in a very good spot. If I could show you here, so they're in a very normal traditional spot compared to, I will show you the Micro Puff's pockets there. So they both have inner pockets right here. There is a huge advantage to the Micro Puff, which I like, which I will talk about. But there's no inner pockets here, as in some of the other jackets. They both have tie strings on them, so you can basically tighten the bottom if you would like. Cuff design are very similar there. They do fit very similar, so I have a medium in both of these, and they fit almost identical. So I'm 5'11", 160 pounds, they fit perfectly. But overall, this one has been a very warm jacket. It does really, really good, even down into the teens. I am not a hiker or adventurous, but we do go outside for, we went to the Cincinnati Zoo Lights, and it was about 25 degrees when we went, and I wore this most of the time with a sweatshirt underneath and stayed plenty warm. So that's kind of a quick overview of that. If you want the cheapest, warmest jacket you can get, this is probably it, as it's $200, and usually when it goes on sale it's like $109, $119. So if you're wanting something to not spend a ton of money on, this would be a good option. If you want alternative to this, the only cheaper option is Outdoor Research is the only one I'd recommend. I'm not a huge North Face or Columbia fan, but Outdoor Research makes some really good stuff that's a little bit cheaper than Patagonia. I don't think they're as environmentally conscious as Patagonia is. One other thing about Patagonia, if you get a tear or any type of cosmetic thing with your jacket, you can send it back to them, and they will actually fix it for you for a cost and send it back. And Patagonia's stuff really holds its value. So I paid $200 for this when I bought it, and I recently sold it yesterday. I just sold it yesterday for $115, so they do hold their value fairly well. So the upgrade is the Micro Puff, which is a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more down feeling, I think, in design. So it doesn't have your box design. It has more rectangle type pattern to it, so it makes it feel a little bit more puffy, a little bit more a little bit more bulk to it than the Nano Puff does. The Nano Puff feels like a really thin jacket. You're shocked at how warm it actually keeps you. So when you put this on, it does have a similar fit. Ignore the hood. You can get both of them with or without a hood, and they're very similar. But it still has the same cuff design. It still has, this one has an actual, oh no, logos are the same. So this one doesn't have like an internal pocket here, but it does have these pockets so you can put stuff in. I really, really like these because I just didn't use this inner pocket here very much because it wasn't that large. It's great for packing the actual coat into, but I didn't find it was large enough to fit a whole lot of things in it. But these are really nice large pockets. So that's what you get there. The only negative is that the pockets are really high on these. So compared to this, I don't know if I can get this in the shot, probably not. But the pockets are probably a good inch higher, so that may be a deal breaker for some people. But it's still really warm, water resistant. I find that this is a tad bit warmer than the Nano Puff. Not by much, but it is a tad bit warmer than the Nano Puff jacket is. The colors vary, so if you want a certain color, this one's in blue. They usually all come in black and gray, in red, I believe. Not positive on the red, but this color was actually on sale. It was $173 versus the $300, so you can get them on sale pretty frequently. And I just like the design of this better. I like the design of the square patterns. I like that it has a little bit more warmth to it. I don't know if it's actually warmer. It just feels warmer to me than the actual Nano Puff does. But overall, they're very, very nice jackets. You can get them used or lightly worn or reconditioned through Wornwear, which is Patagonia's used site. So I would highly recommend that also if you're okay with some used stuff. I bought multiple things from there, some for our toddler, some for me, some for my wife, and they all looked pretty new to me. So if you want to save some money, that's another route to go. They usually stock it 2 or 3 times a week, so just check it frequently if you're looking for that. But who may these be for? So if you're wanting something that's more square designed, more form-fitting, I would say the Nano Puff would be for you. If you like the square design and the actual, just the design of it. I don't think, and if you're okay with not having the inner pockets, that's the only other negative there. But besides that, I would still highly recommend this for just about anybody out there. The Micro Puff I would recommend if you're looking for more, maybe to do more stuff outside, more adventurous stuff, just because these big pockets in here, you could put way more stuff in here, this jacket versus this jacket. So I noticed that when we were at the zoo, when I had this jacket, I didn't have this jacket at the time. There just wasn't a whole lot of storage in the pockets for these. But they're overall very nice jackets. I like the design of this one better. I like the squarish design to it, and I like that it's a little bit warmer. At least to me, it does feel, I don't know, 15-20% warmer. Is that a number or a percent? I don't know. If you want something warmer than these, they have a Macro Puff, which I don't even think is in stock right now, but it's $400, and it is like probably they're one of their warmer jackets. They do have an Alpine one, which is like $700, but if you want something a little bit warmer than this, I would get the Macro Puff instead of the Micro. But that's it. They're very nice jackets. I don't really like the big bulky ones, so the down ones were out. I went to Dick's Sporting Goods and tried both these on because that's the only store in this area that has them. So do that if you have a chance, but both these are great options. Try not to pay full price. They do go on sale fairly frequently, or if you can get one used. I mean, this one's still like new, so whoever bought this, I'm getting ready to ship it out when UPS opens the next day. It's weekend right now, but whoever bought this is gonna get an excellent jacket that'll last the rest of their life. So that's it. If you have any comments, questions, leave them below. My next video will be more, be back on the Canon R6, so the video quality will be a little bit better, and it'll be more tech focused. I have a lot of upcoming videos for that type of stuff. So that's it. Comments, questions, leave them below. Have a good rest of the day, weekend, whatever's out there, and I'll see you guys next time.